Both Xiaomi and LeEco have a similar goal, to produce smartphones that have the latest specs and nice looking design. However, we all know that the sheer specs say nothing, and thus we need to test the phones out in detail. My name is Linus, and here's my full Xiaomi Mi 5S versus the LeEco Le Pro 3 comparison review. Just before we start, please check out the video description for all the links, as I have made detailed reviews of these devices. Both Xiaomi and LeEco follow a common trend of unibody metal design. Each device is precisely made of a single sheet of aluminum, the buttons are nice and tactile, and the phones feel nice in the hand. Obviously, the Mi 5S can be better managed in one hand due to its smaller 5.15 inches 1080p display, which is sharp and vibrant. However, both phones sport black bezels on each side, and I know that a lot of people just hate them. As for display on the LeEco Le Pro 3, it is equally nice to look at, but it is slightly brighter. The Mi 5S has a 4-megapixel selfie shooter, and the Le Pro 3 has an 8-megapixel camera. Both devices sport notification LED lights, but only the Mi 5S's LED can be highly customized. Both devices have nicely backlit capacitive keys, but the Mi 5S also has a capacitive home button that has an embedded fingerprint scanner. It is fast and accurate, but the scanner on the LeEco phone does not fall behind at all. It is similarly fast, and it can unlock the phone straight from the standby mode, just like the Xiaomi Mi 5S. When it comes to optics, the Mi 5S has a 12-megapixel snapper, and the LeEco Le Pro 3 has a 16-megapixel shooter. Unfortunately, neither phone has optical image stabilization. I know that a lot of people are mad about the phones which lack the headset jack, and the Le Pro 3 is one of them. If you love using your earphones using the 3.5mm connector, the Mi 5S is a better option for you. On the other hand, you can use the included adapter, and the sound quality via the earphones is actually better than on the Xiaomi's phone, thanks to the built-in hi-fi audio chip. A great thing is that the LeEco phone still has the IR blaster to control the devices like TVs. The Xiaomi Mi 5S lacks this feature for some reason. The loudspeaker quality is a lot better on the LeEco phone, as the sound is more balanced. It's worth mentioning that both phones have dual SIM card trays, but they both lack the microSD card slots. Both Xiaomi and LeEco smartphones sport some bleeding-edge specs that include Snapdragon 821 chips. I have the high-end model of the Mi 5S that sports 4GB of RAM and whopping 128GB of internal storage. You can also opt in for a lower-end model that has 3GB of RAM and 64GB of storage. Keep in mind, however, that only the high-end model has the pressure-sensitive display. The LeEco Le Pro 3 is no slouch either. My review unit comes with 4GB of RAM and just 32GB of non-expandable storage, which is a shame for the LeEco. On the other hand, you can opt in for the top-shelf model that has 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. As expected, both phones can handle anything you throw at them, whether it would be heavy 3D gaming or just daily tasks. Xiaomi and LeEco have quite different approaches, and they have their own implementations of Android 6.0. The Mi 5S runs on the MIUI 8, which is a highly customized version of Android. As usual, we have a ton of customization options, various settings, tweaks, and little features to make the phone look your own. One of the key features is the pressure-sensitive display, which works great with certain apps. It is not a feature I can't live without, but hey, if you get used to using it, it may increase your productivity. You know, I have always liked the LeEco's EUI, which is built on top of Android 6.0. The user interface is clean looking and there are quite a few features to play with. One of my favorites is the multitasking window, where you can also access your quick settings toggles in one place. Also, you can customize the phone with themes, fonts, wallpapers, or use the search bar to quickly find stuff. As for performance of the user interface, both phones are very fast and you should not expect any stutter or lag. I have made a dedicated camera comparison review with a lot of camera samples, so make sure to check that video out. As for daylight images, the Xiaomi Mi 5S tends to take sharper and more detailed images. Also, I see that the exposure and dynamic range adjustment are better. Finally, the color reproduction of the LeEco Le Pro 3 is too warm for my taste and I prefer the Xiaomi Mi 5S. As for indoor shots where the lighting is far from the best, the Mi 5S performs significantly better in almost every shot. There is more detail, sharpness, and less noise in most of the pictures. When it comes to the low-light photography, the Mi 5S wins again, even though the Xiaomi phone is far from the best itself, but it is a lot better than the LeEco Le Pro 3. As for selfie image quality, neither phone impressed me in this camera comparison, but I would say that the Mi 5S has a slight edge. Right now I'm testing the front-firing camera of the Xiaomi Mi 5S, and I'm doing that because I'm comparing the quality of cameras with the LeEco Le Pro 3. Currently I'm shooting with the LeEco Le Pro 3. I'm testing the cameras and I'm comparing the image quality with the Xiaomi phones, in particular the Xiaomi Mi 5S and the Mi 5S Plus. The selfie video looks a lot sharper on the Mi 5S. Also, the sound recording quality is much better. The sound on the LeEco Le Pro 3 is muffled for some reason. Currently I'm shooting with the Xiaomi Mi 5S. This is handheld footage. It is a pretty cloudy day. Currently I'm shooting with the LeEco Le Pro 3. This is handheld footage. As always, trying to hold the phone as steady as possible. The 4K video looks slightly better on the Xiaomi Mi 5S. What's more important is that the sound recording quality is miles ahead. It seems that it is either the mic or the software doing something with the noise reduction on the LeEco Le Pro 3, and thus it makes the phone pick up only your voice. While it could be great if it was done in the right way, but the audio sounds very unnatural on the LeEco Le Pro 3. Continuous autofocus feature works. And I'm currently comparing this phone with the Xiaomi Mi 5S and Xiaomi Mi 5S Plus. When it comes to the battery life, both phones perform great. The Xiaomi Mi 5S has a smaller 3100 mAh battery that supports Qualcomm's Quick Charge 3.0, but the phone does not ship with a fast charger. The phone will get you through the day even if you are a heavy user, and you will get at least 2 full days if you are a light user. That translates to over 6 hours of screen on time, depending on the usage. As for the Le Pro 3, the phone ships with a beefy 4070 mAh battery, which will let you use the phone for at least a few days, depending on your usage habits. I could constantly get way over 6 hours of screen on time on the kind of heavy usage, which is a very good result. Finally, the LeEco phone ships with a fast charger that fully charges the phone in just about 1 hour. So, there you have it, the Xiaomi Mi 5S versus the LeEco Le Pro 3. Both are great phones considering the price. Each device sports a premium design, great build quality, nice and sharp displays, bleeding-edge specifications, and they perform great whether it would be heavy gaming or just using the phones on the daily basis. However, the Xiaomi Mi 5S is a clear winner when it comes to the cameras. For me, as a camera guy, it is very important, and thus I would choose the Mi 5S. On the other hand, the Le Pro 3 is still a very solid phone for the price, despite worse camera performance. At the end of the day, the Xiaomi Mi 5S offers a better overall package, but it all comes to your personal preference. It was Linus, thanks for watching, and as always, if you have any questions, please drop me a comment down below, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, please follow TechLineHD on social media, and see you in the next video soon.